Hello everybody, I'm Alfred, and this is kind of like an update on the Nicki Minaj situation when it comes to, her tweets and the vax and the entire drama going on Twitter. She recently, just told her fans that 80% of the celebrities, that they follow and they like feel the same way she does about the vax, but they are too scared to say anything. It's very interesting. This is very interesting. It is nice that she's beginning to see the light, at least in this vax issue. Hopefully, she will see the light in a lot of different areas. But you see, people need to be bold. One of the reasons why evil prospers is when good men do nothing. And understand that this is a trust strategy. When people who operate with fear put out fear, a lot of times they know that if not for the fear, you could stand up and fight and defeat them. And that is the situation it is right now. People need to wake up, people need to stand up, people need to be smart, and people need to actually, get up and fight against this whole sham, this whole nonsense of this vaccination and false vaccination, and this whole nonsense. People need to do that. If you do not do that with the power that you have, the little power that you have that you think you are going to hold on to, you will lose it. Including the Don Lemons and the Joy Reids and all these evil people who are pushing forth globalist agendas. You are not safe, including the Barack Obamas. When America falls, which is the end game of those people, it will affect you. Even if you have a plan to travel to another country, what are you going to be there? What position are you going to fill in there? There is no plan for you to actually enjoy. Satan does not have a plan to be a blessing to any human. Satan does not even have the ability to offer blessings to any human. There's a reason why when people quote unquote sell their soul to the devil, the so-called wealth that they have is temporary, and they have signed themselves up for hell. They have signed themselves for destruction based on their choice and the path that they have chosen. Satan cannot offer anybody anything. He can only deceive you. He's not offering you anything. There is no point in this world where Satan has made an offer to anybody that has benefited them. Even the fallen angels. Among the fallen angels, guess what? If they had rejected Lucifer's suggestions regarding, the treason and basically, that entire atrocity of trying to, get into God's place and sit on God's throne. If those angels who are currently fallen did not listen, guess what? They will not be demons right now. They will be in heaven with God, with Archangel Michael and the rest of them. Imagine that. Now they are now condemned to spend eternity in hell when they could have spent eternity in heaven. When it comes to Adam, everything that Satan offered Adam, he could have gotten way much more. Plus, he would have never, ever, ever, and no human would have known what suffering means. Suffering would not have been something we experienced. Even animals would not have experienced suffering. Suffering is not part of God's plan. Nobody would know anything as pain. And that is why it is written in the scriptures that, in the new heaven and the new earth, he will wipe every tear from their eye. There will be no sorrow, there will be no pain. Pain and suffering comes with darkness. It is not part of God's design. God did not create pain and suffering. Some people think that pain and suffering is part of life. No, that is not how God designed it. God did not design life so that you can suffer and then learn from your mistakes or learn from your pain and push through it. All of that was a result of fallen man. Satan has never made a good plan. Look at the deal he wanted to make with Jesus. And he said, look at all the nations of the earth. Bow down and worship me, and I will give it to you. What was he saying? You see, He was telling Jesus to give up everything. Understand that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. First of all, it was not truly Satan's own to give. Satan had taken that authority over the kingdoms of the earth from Adam. Now, how can he give it to Jesus? And if he gave it to Jesus, then Jesus is now bowing down to Satan. So it is now putting Satan above God. It is God bowing down to Satan. So Satan now basically sitting in the throne of God. That is what he wanted. And what would not then happen to Jesus in that kind of scenario? He will obviously want to kill him or destroy him. But you see, it was not a good deal. My point that I'm trying to make is that Satan does not have any good deal to offer anybody, whether human or non-human. He's not in the position. So you have to make up your mind to stand for what is right. Even pay the ultimate price for what is right. There are people who have paid the ultimate price for things that do not matter. There are people who have died because they fell in love. They fell in love with one girl. Then because of that girl, it has resulted in them now being dead. They went to fight somebody else, or they found themselves in a shootout, over a girl. And now they are dead. They paid the ultimate price for something so irrelevant. Now that girl or that female later went on, got married and had a happy life. But then they are dead. They died over nothing. You see, in the old days, there were many people who went to duels, who had duels over women, whether sword fights or, gun fights, over women. Those people died for nonsense. What about you? Are you going to die? Are you going to be willing to lay your life down for what is right? For freedom, for righteousness, for the freedom of future generations. You must be willing to put everything on the line. Put your so-called careers on the line for what is right and do what is right. For more, check out Alfred.VIP. God bless you.